Hello everyone, Storm11 here. Today we'll be starting, this evening we'll be starting our severe weather coverage here tonight. We do have showers developing south of Oklahoma City that will more than likely become supercells in a little bit. These have popped up very quickly in the past couple minutes. They're going to be moving pretty much due east, but a little bit northeast as well. I'm going to go ahead and get onto radar very quickly. And take a look into Oklahoma City. This is probably the best area to look into. Nope, that is... So here's a view over Oklahoma. What we currently got going on here, you can see these clouds here developing into thunderstorms at this time, cumulus clouds. If you do look on radar, these here are already currently some heavy rain makers at this point. So again, these are moving more this way. Oklahoma should probably be around here, and it's just clear skies right in here. So there is some pretty good environment going on in here. You got some shear, you got everything in place here for some good thunderstorms. So you got to keep an eye on those clouds there. As you can tell there, you can actually see them actually going up into the atmosphere very quickly. Show you guys composite light radar. As you can tell here, boom, there they go. Here comes your cold front back here. So the cold front's not too far behind on this here. While these here try to mature, we're probably going to look into some models. And welcome to anyone that's going to be joining the live stream here tonight. I do apologize if it does lag. There's not much I could do about it. Let's look on to the latest HRRR model. As you can tell here, they become some... I mean, look at this. This is kind of scary looking here. You got decent amount of supercells going on here. Pretty impressive storms there. And eventually, that will be combining into a squall line. You can see even some big-time Boeing segments like that. And, man, they are going to be blowing up fairly quickly as they push northeast. And they try to move a little bit more eastward by then. Let's go ahead and get us a better view here. If we continue on here, you can see even supercells. You can see there's Dallas and Fort Worth there, even getting hit by a supercell there. And you can see eventually further down the line that will become a line of strong to severe thunderstorms there. And this area down here, the environment is just not looking great for severe weather. We'll go back to 18Z because this is where we could get about 36 hours into the HRRR model here. As you can tell here, they really pop up, and then they push eastward there. And maybe a new line maybe develop behind that. We're at see. But let's look into some other ingredients here. So let's look into the model run here. Let's look at to 21Z. And we'll look into the supercell composite. See what this model does predict. You see pretty high amounts down here in southern Oklahoma into northern Texas there. Very high amounts. You see, then it starts to push eastward there. We do not have forecast soundings on this here. I'm going to look onto chat here on my phone. See how high these amounts are on here. And I think they're going to be overdone. This is what models tend to do, is be overdone. Yeah. Let's look into the Cape here. Hey, Andrew's weather predictions. Welcome to the live stream. So let's go and look into the Cape. Not that impressive. It is covered by cyan pretty much everywhere, but those storms were able to survive through the cyan at that point. Let's look at to the ectotops, how high the storms could be. As you can tell here, these storms could be pretty high, about 42,000 feet. Pretty much averaging out probably between 30,000 to 45,000 feet up into the atmosphere. The updraft helicity. And this is where we could get some rotating updrafts here for sure. And we do have some of that in place there. Let's see here. Nothing else to look into that. But we'll look into them. Let's see how those storms are doing. Not much. Strong rotation near New Summerfield, Texas, with a severe thunderstorm warning for 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind. Near Summerfield, Texas. We'll go in and look into that. So we gotta go south here. Oh, you're probably talking about these storms. There are. See if we could get a localized sector there. We'll keep an eye on these cells here. Yeah, those are pretty good supercells there. There's two of them there. See how fast they developed. Yeah, they're pretty well matured. You can see there's some decent cells heading right towards Dallas there. That's going to be pretty concerning there. You do say there's strong rotation with that, so I'm going to look onto radar scope. I do not have radar scope on my computer, which is pretty unfortunate. Even the radar indicates rotation, actually on both storms. So we do have two areas of rotation with these two. We got pretty strong rotation on this. The hail size, radar indicated 2 inches in diameter. And they do indicate pretty strong cells there, so we probably should see a tornado warning get issued for those cells. More what this is here. What this does. Oh, this is just something else. Okay. Let's go back. So we do have supercells in progress in eastern Texas here. We do have a thunderstorm popping up in southern Oklahoma. So what I'm going to do here is get two different views here. So this view here will be eastern Texas, and this view here will be Oklahoma. So we can cover two states at once here with two tabs. You can see those they'll become thunderstorms very shortly. They're not that fast. So both of these cells here, and there's some new. Got to keep an eye on these there. Definitely keeping an eye on these, and maybe those there. There's some decent storms in Louisiana. All these here are moving this way towards the other sets of storms that are going to be up in Oklahoma there. Eventually, when the cold front comes by, they'll start to turn more this direction here. So they're basically following some of the, oh crap, they're following the southern winds. There we go. Surprised there's no tornado warning yet on those storms there. Hopefully I'm looking on the one you're talking about. There is a little debris on the southern one. Oh, really? Let's see here if I could find it. Let's see here. There might be here. There is some indication of that. There could be a little bit of debris going on there near New Summerfield, Texas. There is a giant hail signature on that. I might have passed New Summerfield. Might have. Yeah, looks like it has. There is some gray showing up in that rotation area. I'm going to look back to velocities. No, it's still south of New Summerfield. Seems like the rotation up north is dissipating at this time. But around New Summerfield, there is some nice circulation going on there. I'm going to go ahead and upload that to Twitter so I can show you guys on the live stream what I'm talking about here. Let's see, strong rotation near New Summerfield, Texas. Possible tornado, but no tornado warning at this time. Be prepared to take shelter. It's moving northeast. Alright. So that rotation sign down now, but oh wow, the one up north is starting to mature pretty well. Two areas of rotation with two supercells. Eastern Texas. Alright, let's look back to Oklahoma. Let's see. A new alert here. Okay, now we're going back to San Antonio, where we do have some pretty good thunderstorms near San Antonio here. Let's just go in and move this radar here. Get an updated look onto this. They may be combining into one organized supercell. Like the one to the south is really gaining strength. So we currently have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings, which both of them are in Texas. There's 2 storms to keep an eye on. Some large hail signatures, but there's no. There is actually some broad rotation on the southern cell nearby San Antonio. Or south of Austin, I should say. Okay, how is Oklahoma doing? Okay, it looks like we're still doing alright. The northern one strengthened. Yeah, it definitely did. No tornado reports at this time. I should probably show you guys the SPC outlook really quick. So this is what it looks like. Seems like the enhanced risk has grown its size from the SPC here. Here's the tornado threat. The 10% has really grown in size. Say for the David wind threat, we do now have a significant issue there in parts of northern Arkansas. That's where we can have those Boeing segments along the line of those storms. Probably 70 plus knots, which is some pretty serious winds here. And the large hail does stay back to the southwest there. Here's day 2 tomorrow. We're going to expect this to update again sometime tonight. Right now, tonight is starting to get a pretty active night here. Those storms by, that's Dallas. This is Austin here. Straight report right here, if I'm correct. There's a storm by Lindsay, Oklahoma. Got some red showing up. Definitely something to keep an eye on. Looks like that will be becoming a supercell shortly. Let's look at the storms in eastern Texas. We currently have 2 areas of rotation with this. Looks like the northern one's died down again. We're going to see about this. Radar has indicated that the bezel is strengthening. Although there is a pretty large hail core with that. Let's see here. I'm going to go on Twitter real quick for you guys. I don't know why I done it. Going on Twitter. I gotta do it like this. I need to download the app on here. It's my notification. Oh, it's that guy. Here you go. This is the strong rotation I was talking about by New Summerfield. So that's a well-defined rotation area there. You can see there is one to the north of that near Turloop, Texas. New Summerfield is in here. Just gotta zoom it in. See that circulation there? It's got a little bit broader. The rotation itself is probably starting to die down a little bit, but probably expected to gain some strength again. Right now, both of the rotations has died down, which is good news. So we don't have to really focus on those that much. Got to keep it no one in nearby San Antonio and Austin, because there's a broad circulation, at least tried to develop. Actually, no, there's not. Never mind. Disregard that. Let's see. Go back to Oklahoma. Overall, right now it's quiet. Stores we still got to keep an eye on. It's in eastern Texas here, but the circulation itself has died down. Look at chat real quick. Let's see here. Get off of this. We'll take off that for now. So that's the current view in Oklahoma there. This is Texas here. Got some big time storms here. Two different supercells. The northern supercell looks to be dying down because of the Severn one. We do have some cells developed surrounding those. So those cells there looks like they could be starting to fall apart, but we'll see about that. If you go, this is Dallas, I do believe. There is some cells heading right towards those guys. We'll look into some more model data. Let's look into the NAM. This is its prediction here. So this is 18Z here. Really starts to pop up, and you can see it becomes an organized line of strong to severe thunderstorms. And it moves into the next day here. So this is day 2 here. So it's like the storms up north looks to be getting a little bit stronger for the NAM, so it's starting to come back. The NAM nest has been the one that's probably the weakest, I do believe. I don't think this here has it may have a good handle on this one. Because by the look of it so far, it's not doing too shabby. I mean, it's got the storms correct in Louisiana. Probably a little overdone, but you can see here it gets really active here. Because the damage and wind threat at this point, you can see how weak it gets onto the next day here. And it seems like there is starting to be some changes. That's kind of a little interesting there by my area. So I'm going to look into that real quick. Because there's supposed to be, what the models are showing, that there could be a secondary line coming behind all this. See if it dies out here. You can see a new line starts to develop behind it. This is the actual cold front here. And there's some energy out behind all that. So there could still be a severe weather threat overnight hours. There. We'll look into some of the ingredients here. We'll look into supercell composite. That is a combination of shear and cape. Let's see here. I have a bad cell signal. I'm back. Well, okay. You see, again, like I said, I think it's just a little overdone there. I live in this area here, so I'm keeping an eye on this too. I'm in the margin of risk area, but y'all probably don't care that much. The significant tornado parameters. Let's go back here. Very hard to see, which that's going to have to be something that's going to be need fixing. Let's go to the southern Great Plains. New severe storms near the southwest part of the slight risk area. Yeah, there is. Oh yeah. Pretty high values there. You're already maxing out. The H-triple-R model has been the one that's been the aggressive one so far. And it still is. There could be a good severe weather event into Florida there. So here, let's go back to the supercell composite. Let's see here. It's a little slow. Alright. Again, could be a little overdone, but who knows. We'll get to the supercell. So this is in Texas here. We'll look into some forecast soundings. PDS tornado. Alright, that's not good. Got some pretty good instability in the area. You can see the effective layer with cyan fairly high, so potential strong tornadoes in there. Supercell, pretty significant, safe for severe hail. It's not a good sign, but we'll go a little further up north into Oklahoma. How long are you streaming for? Maybe for maybe a couple hours or so. I mean, tonight's a school night for me, so I'm limited on time. Pretty similar look here. The affected layer is a little bit lower. Overall, it seems like the chances of strong tornadoes is really increasing, which is a big concern. So that's the name nest here. The weakest one, I believe, is the Euro. Let's go ahead and go back to radar here. Yeah, the northern cell's dying off. The southern cell, we're going to see what that's going to do. I'm going to look on my phone real quick. See what those storms are doing. Yeah, the storm up north is really dying off. And same thing, it seems like the rotation on those storms is dying out, so we don't have to worry too much about those now. But what we do have to worry about right now is probably going to be this cell by Dallas here. If you see it for the H-triple-R model, it did show that becoming a supercell there and becoming pretty significant. So let's see if the H-R model is going to be right, but I kind of doubt it with that. So far, the models have been doing alright. Let's see here. The sales by Austin and San Antonio. There's not much going on there, but we'll go back to Oklahoma. Seems like those showers are dying down, which is good news there. Right now, over almost quiet. See, if y'all guys got any questions about this, you could put in the comment section down below. I'll show you guys my forecast here. That's my notification. I'm going to look into that. I'll show you my forecast map. Here we go. It's hard to see, but the enhanced risk is... Oh, wow, that looks so bad. Holy moly. It didn't look that bad earlier. Here, let's see if we can... No. But there's an enhanced risk area in this. It's extremely hard to see, but it goes in effect for parts of Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, and Missouri. The damage to winds may have to be upgraded to SIG, or maybe even a 45%, which upgrades the forecast itself to a moderate risk for some severe weather, which I am thinking about that upgrade may be needed for damage to winds, probably a 45% at best. So that's just something that we have to keep an eye on. Tornadoes will be at 10%. I don't think the large hail will be that large. So, like what the SPC is predicting is very large hail. That was a little bit earlier, 33 minutes ago, 16 minutes. But yeah, let's go ahead and go back to the radar here. So this is Oklahoma. Yeah, these little showers are dying off a little bit. So maybe we might end this live stream a little bit short. We might. We're just glad to see. We did have a couple supercells in eastern Texas that looked to be producing a tornado, but didn't happen. But someone did tell me in the chat that there was a debris signature on that. But we'll see later down the road. Let's go to the SPC's actual page here. The NOAA/National Weather Service page. See if we got any storm reports on this. No reports right now. So this is a mesoscale discussion here by the SPC. Probability of watch issuance is a 40%, so it's pretty low at this time. I'll say a watch would be needed later on down the road. Here we go. Probability of watch issuance is 40%. Wow, pretty low. Pretty low. Well, we're going to say it may be another hour or so to get the watches going. Yeah, that's that is a sort of keep an eye on. I'm going to go ahead and look onto my radar scope here and see what's going on with this cell. That cell there looks to be really going there. That might become something big. We'll see. Oh yeah, it even's got a rotation signature already. Oh wow, that's huh. Pretty interesting storm there. There's a really fight. It's a really interesting signature. It's literally a wall. I don't know how to explain this. I highly doubt there's going to be a tornado going on, but there is going to be something going on in between there. The hail size is not that big yet, but we're going to have to see about this. I'll say at this point here, there's not going to be much of any rotation, but there is a strong inflow with that and outflow with that storm. We'll see who wins that battle there. There may have to be a severe thunderstorm warning to be issued with that. And there's a decent amount of storms heading right towards Fort Worth. And there's a new severe thunderstorm warning issued for that store that we are looking at currently. So this is a new cell we're watching. It's this one right here. These here are just kind of falling apart a little bit, but this cell here is now severe warned. It's now upgraded to a tornado signature on radar scope. But we're going to see about that. The missile strength is pretty intense, but I kind of doubt that there's a tornado in there right now because let's see here how I'm going to word this. Take the screenshot there. Keep an eye on this storm west of Fort Worth, Texas. Let's see here. It should be going on to Twitter. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about here. Pretty decent, very large circulation there. I mean, that's just literally a fight between inflow and outflow right now. You can see here, that's why I talked about tornado signature, but I don't think there's a tornado there. Honestly, it's just literally a fight between the inflow and outflow. So this storm here will be pretty interesting to watch. Again, with these 2 areas of rotation here, those are about to be gone. So not much to look into those. I was watching a storm back in, this was in Lakeland, Florida, back in October 19th. So this was yesterday. That was caused by Nestor. You can see here, that is a tornado there. As you can tell there, in Florida by Nestor. So pretty interesting. Alright, see if we can get any new data on this storm here. It's still a big time fight. There's not really a clear area. When you look onto precipitation, there's not really a clear area like a hook or anything. So there is storms south of that. They're starting to become a little bit widespread there. Those storms are not that serious. Not that bad. Alright, looks like we have a new severe thunderstorm warning issued. This is the cell that we've been watching, and it seems like there's starting to be a hook echo. Yes, there is. There is actually new rotations showing up with this. This is going to be by Henderson, Texas here. It's this southern circulation here, so the northern one is dying off, but the southern one is now getting backstream, so it's recycling currently. Storms can do that. They can recycle. So I'm going to put this on Twitter here. Eastern Texas. Northern cell is dying down. While the southern cell is recycling. Alright, that should be on Twitter. This is the cell in eastern Texas. Let's see if anybody else. I'm surprised those SIG for tornadoes were a moderate risk. Did you read my last comment? Sorry, it's been a while since I've looked into this here. I'm surprised there's no tornado chance and no moderate risk. That is a large rotation. TVS, tornado possible signature on the eastern source. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, the rotation east is starting really showing up. So let's going to go back to those cells here. So we're going to let this update real quick. So this is what's going on here. So the last photo I've taken onto Twitter was this cell here. This northern cell is just dying off a little bit. This cell here was the one I was talking about, the fight between outflow and inflow, and it's just literally a boundary here. So there's going to be rotation somewhere in that boundary there, or multiple ones. Possibly here, with this cell here. This cell here is going to miss north of Fort Worth, Texas, which is good news there. And that HRR model was indicating a pretty strong or a severe supercell in a similar area, kind of over here. So this is what this storm here might become. So if this HRR gets this right, we should probably get a round of applause with that. Because models are not always right all the time, but they are good at forecasting. Let's see here. So this is Oklahoma. Pretty quiet. You can see those showers are actually dying down. I may know what's actually happening here. So what's currently happening here, you have 60 dews down here. But where these storms here are going is no 60 dews. So this is not a favorable region, but you have high Cape values. So there's probably not enough moisture in this area here. So this is like a no-go right now. But if you go probably down in here, it's probably going to be good to go. It really depends when that moisture is going to reach there. because currently the winds are coming from the south here. This is the situation we've been talking about before, is where the moisture is going to be. And right now, it seems like the 62s right now is going to be right here. So this is probably currently 50s, and this is probably 60s to probably 270s right here. So these storms here are probably not going to survive that well. But there is potentially some, well, what I'm going to say here, there's probably high lap rates in that area. So this should be interesting to see here. So right now, this area here, or kind of these areas here, is going to be a big question mark. I'll say this area here will become something like everyone else is predicting to be. So that's basically what's going on here. Almost forgot about those dew points, which we'll take a look into that. That's very important. So we'll go back to HRRR model here. We'll go back to the latest run here. Oh, this is a perfect view. So we'll see where those dew points where it could be at. The rotation says weekend near Fort Worth. Okay, that's good news there. You can see here again here. This is pretty much what it is right now here. You have 50 dews right now, but where that wind started to get stronger, here comes those 60s to mid-upper 60s there. And that would be your storms right here, but your actual cold front is not too far behind there. You see, and then that starts to push off eastward, and then starts to die off. So that's pretty much what's going on currently. And you also do not have much of any lift in that area. Again, here's the SPC outlook. I highly agree with this outlook here. There could be a need for a 10% hatch area. We're going to see about that, especially the tornado threat should be pushed a little bit more into Texas here. It might just update it. We'll see. What's the next update? Okay. Did it update? I don't know. No, it didn't. Alright. So let's go back to radar here. How long we've been live streaming here? 48 minutes. So we're doing pretty good so far here. We're doing alright. Yeah, that supercell right there is really becoming something now. It's got that, I don't know, I forgot what you call it now. It's doing something like this here, but I forgot what it's called there. Supercells do that. Where there's like a little opening in here, while surrounding that's just heavy rain. I don't know what that is. Forgot what that was. But again, APF Central, not Eastern. Yep. Well, no, it's 8 o'clock Eastern time and it's 7 o'clock Central. Make a correction there. My clock is down here. So this isn't Eastern time. My time is Eastern. So I do not live in the plains. That would be cool though, but unfortunately I live in an area where I get not much severe weather like they do. So, I mean, I do get severe weather around here. This year so far I have got no severe weather. Rotation strengthening again. It may be starting to recycling. That's probably what it's doing. I'm interested with that cell. The cell by Henderson is starting to broaden out. And the meso strength is actually starting to get a little bit higher. The severe thunderstorm warning by San Antonio and Austin is now seems like to be expired, and we do actually have hail reports coming into a cell by Fort Worth. We do have hail report of pea-sized hail at this point. Thought it could be larger. Man, the hail size up north must be pretty big. Yeah, the meso strength is still there. Looks like this might be splitting into two different cells here. We actually do have another area of circulation up north of that. This looks interesting. Here, I'll get this onto Twitter. So this is pretty much a supercell. Velocity. It may be a glitch, we'll see. But there is some pretty strong winds inside of that. We'll let this run here and see what's been going on. Yeah, it might be glitching out, so that could be strong winds going on there. It might be. Seems like we actually do have some storm chasers on the cell, because we do have hail reports coming in. We do have half-inch size hail reports coming in with that cell by Fort Worth, so there's some good news there. Seems like we'll probably have some storm chasers on the go there. One of them's currently in a hail core. That's a bad spot to be. And that hail core there is starting to intent to intensify. I live in Illinois. That's not a bad place to be. So we're going to go back to Twitter real quick. Do we have any storm reports? Well, we do have hail reports, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to come in on here yet. Any tornado reports, that's what we're keeping an eye on. Nope, no reports received. Alright. We'll start to see reports come in very shortly. And we do have a new tornado watch. So this tornado watch includes parts of Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas, and Texas there. Expect the chances for some strong, potentially some strong tornadoes. Tornadoes could be likely, and very large hail will more than likely be there, and even some damaging winds with this. This is not a PDS tornado watch here. So this will be in effect until 2 a.m. Central Standard Time with this. So again, there's the look here. I'm going to go in and get on Twitter and retweet that, because that will come eventually. So there's the look of that. Yeah, it's needed. You got storms with rotation right now. You got rotation with that storm there, and rotation with this storm right there. So a tornado watch is now needed. It's a small area, but we'll probably expect more tornado watches probably down in this area, up in here, and maybe in here as well. So we expect them to issue some more. Right now it's too early to call. We'll go back to, oh boy, we do have some chasers on this here. Half-inch size hail. the meso strength is really increasing. Pea-sized hail, dime-sized hail, half-inch sized hail. Let's see what the radar's indicating with this hail. So, I can't get to it. So basically, the largest size hail so far has been half-inch. And there is a new severe thunderstorm warning with this cell here. That would include... So right now, this is the counties in severe thunderstorm warnings in Texas. This will include Penonomah, Rusk, Parker, and Wise counties. So if you're going to be in those severe thunderstorm warnings, go indoors, expect some large hail, and damaging winds with those. Potential very large hail with those storms. They should have a new watch when storms pop in Oklahoma and continue to watch it to Arkansas and Louisiana. Yeah, I do agree with that. Alright, so let's go back to radar here. Oh, we actually got a big time storm popping up nearby Oklahoma City. Okay. Alright. That storm may be doing... That storm is probably about to do something. Man, storms by Fort Worth are starting to get a little bit extreme. Especially with that cell there. We're going to look, see if there's any rotation. That. No clear sign of rotation with that now. But we're going to go up to Oklahoma City because apparently there's a cell popping up very quickly. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that cell is blowing up. Let's look on to, let's see here. Where do we have the... I'm trying to look for it to see. So this is what it's been looking like. You see those cells there I was talking about? Now they're dying off. Seems like now we're hitting nighttime, so we're not able to see visible satellite there. Oh boy, now Oklahoma's getting active right now. Oh boy. Oklahoma's getting active, folks. We're getting new cells left and right now. There's a pretty good cell by Empire City, Oklahoma, another one by Sudden, Oklahoma. Got a big time cell nearby Fort Worth and a storm by Henderson, Texas. Let's go back to the Texas radar. Yeah, that storm there is really blowing up. Eventually, this will be becoming a squall line. So right now, it's starting to get pretty active. I want to see on Twitter if we got any storm reports yet. Oh yeah, I should probably show you guys something. I forgot to show you guys something. Hold on. Go back to Twitter. Upload. There you go. There's a tornado watch. And see, this is what I said about looking pretty interesting there. I kind of doubt there's rotation with those, but there is large hail signatures, so there's even been reports of that. Here, I'll show y'all the tornado watch from now. I'm going to look on Twitter, see if we got anything here. Let's see here. anything. Let's see here. Through. Sorry if I am quiet. No any reports on social media here. Tornado warning. Alrighty, guys, time to get prepared. Alrighty, so there's a tornado warning effect for Henderson, Texas, Beckville, Texas, Branchfield, Texas until 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. I just retweeted that, so y'all should be able to get to see it. Here you go. Here's your tornado warning. I'm going to go and get on to radar scope and look into that, so. Oh, wow, there's a pretty good hook on this now. It's a pretty good rotational fat. That tornado warning should pop up in a little bit. I'll say. Rotation on. Alright. So there's probably going to be a possible tornado with that. Wow, we're getting a lot of hail reports coming in by Fort Worth. Wow. Okay. What's going on here? What's the hail size now on these? Weatherfield, 1.5 to 1.25 inch sized hail. The hail is getting bigger on the southern one. What about the northern one? 1.5 inch sized hail. The hail on those is becoming very large at this point. I'm going to go by Oklahoma City real quick. So we do have a cell popping up there. Oh yeah, we already got pink showing up on those. We have pink showing up on cells in southern Oklahoma. So these storms are popping up fairly quickly now. But let's keep an eye on the one nearby Henderson, Texas here. That should pop up. Here's your current rotation right now. See, there's Henderson right now. So if you're in this tornado warning, that includes Henderson, Beckville, and Branchfield, Texas, you need to take shelter where we can have a potential tornado. And it is radar indicated with potential hail size half dollar sized hail at this time. I'll give you all any new info on that if we do have any storm reports on that storm. So things are starting to get active, and that cell by Fort Worth is actually starting to split. That I can tell. So let's see here. We're gonna go here. Getting tired, guys. Ooh. We have no reports again. Yeah, Texas is starting to really get active, but also as well as Oklahoma here. This is what Oklahoma is starting to look like. And we see here, the 60 dudes are starting to kick in here. Here. So this is probably the current look for 60 dudes right now. So right now, probably in this area here is probably 50s in here. That's not a good S. You got 60s in this area here. And I'm not sure for this area here quite yet. Here, but we're going to see here. But that's the current look on for the dew points here. Let's see here. You can see that storm by Oklahoma City is really starting to mature. Even the storms in the south as well. So we should start to get some decent storms going on in Oklahoma now. So they're about to get some action there. There's about to be some action, and there's action going on in Texas. And that rotation in eastern Texas, this way here, this cell is heading right towards Shreveport, Louisiana here. So this is nearby the state line here. There is some pretty large hail with that. So, and it's a well-defined hook echo on that. There's a new severe thunderstorm warning by Fort Worth, Texas here. It does include the northern metro of Fort Worth, Texas on this here. Currently, there is a cell by Wetter Wharf that there is a hook echo showing up there. So there could be rotations trying to pop up there. But right now, rotation is very weak. That there. So we got to keep an eye on the cells there. Right now, it's getting pretty active. Haven't looked at velocities by Oklahoma City. No rotation or signature or anything. Just some thunderstorms. And those cells by Oklahoma City has popped up fairly quickly. It's crazy. In just minutes. That's crazy, man. It's like about 10 minutes ago, 10 to 15 minutes ago, there was nothing there. Probably a couple cumulus clouds, but producing no rain. Now we are starting to see some very heavy rain and potential hail showing up already. So these storms are really popping up. There's a cell heading right towards Velma, Oklahoma there. Probably somebody to keep an eye on. This has already got a hail signature. Oh boy, getting tired. Oh, it's not a good time to get tired. I haven't looked at chat in a while. Have y'all said anything? Looks like a multi-vortex ray near Henderson. We'll see if there's a debris signature on that, though. So this tornado warning will expire in 37 minutes. So let's go back to the radar here at Texas here. You can see those two supercells earlier. So you can see now the northern one's dying off, the southern cells continuing. Fort Worth is getting pretty busy. Yeah, multiple cells. Wow, big hail showing up. Big time hail. Or that's inches per hour, it might be. Let's see if there's any signature. Anything here. Do not like the super high res stuff. Doesn't look that good. Let's see if there was any debris signature on this here. No, we do not have a debris signature yet. It might happen, but we'll see. There is still some pretty good rotation with that storm. And that cell up north looks pretty nasty right now. Looks like it definitely could do something. But the winds, though, with that storm is up to 60 miles per hour by velocity. No rotation showing up, but it's a big time. That's a nasty, severe thunderstorm up there. No rotation, like I said, but it's a pretty nasty storm, I would say. Things like got to go south because Radioscope says there's rotation showing up, but nope, there's not. But that looks like they'll probably become severe warned shortly. I wish I was chasing right now because there's some good storms. We do have a hail report nearby Oklahoma City. It's just pea-sized hail, not a big deal. It'll be a big deal later, though. It'll be a busy night. Ooh. Still yawning. Man. How long have we been live streaming? Alright, we've been live streaming for a little bit. Over an hour and 13 minutes. Dang. Dang. It might be my internet connection, guys. We'll see. Ethan Plays, welcome to the stream. I have no idea what's going on, but you do. You. Yeah. Since you don't know what's going on here, we do have severe thunderstorms in progress by Fort Worth. There's a tornado warning storm by Henderson, Texas, heading towards Shreveport, Louisiana. And there is some cells developing up Oklahoma that may shortly become supercells. That's what's going on. And I probably will still miss most of the action here. You can see that cold front is really starting to catch up. Whenever this cold front catches up, these storms will become big time. Here, I'll show you you can actually see the cold front itself on here. This is the cold front right now. That is the cold front, indeed. Wherever it gets to these storms down here, you'll have probably big time storms in this area right in here. Big time. This may be short term up here because of the dew points are not great, but there is good lap rates though in that area. But this area here is just 7 to keep an eye on when that cold front gets in there. cold front is not showing up on this radar. Ooh. Let's see if we got any reports in. No reports received. The map is going to have to be updated in a little bit. There's Henderson there. There's the SPC Outlook again. Oh, man. If y'all guys get any questions about this, you can put it in the chat. I'll answer you guys' questions. I'm going to look back on Twitter and see if we have any reports on here. Oh, wow, that's a crazy time lapse there. Yeah, there's clearly rotating. There's clouds. They're not storms at all. It's just clouds. They're actually rotating by themselves. So that's something else. We're getting a lot of reports of. We got a report of an overshooting top. There looks to be a Texas there. Oh wow, that is very large rotation there showing up. We're gonna retweet that here. Let me guys show you this. This is the Tornado Award cell here. Show you guys this cell. Gotta wait for it. That's crazy, man. It does look like a wedge, but it's just a wall cloud. Alright, should be in here. Come on. Here it is. See, that's the wall cloud by Henderson, Texas there. Currently. You guys ain't said anything. Will you stream tomorrow? It depends on the weather tomorrow. I have school tomorrow. I'll be back at home by pretty much 3:30 for the most part, 3:20. So it depends on the weather tomorrow. Let's see what the new hail reports are coming in. Yeah, that storm up there up north. Gosh, Lee, that's so nasty. Very large hail core. Pretty strong winds inside of it, so it's basically blowing sideways. Very large hail. That's not a good position to be in. We're getting a lot of hail reports in nearby Oklahoma City. Pea-size. It's just pea-size hail so far. Nothing large. Let's look at that tornado ward egg here. The rotation looks to be strengthening. Again, that's a big wall cloud. This is a better look at it. Dang gone, man. That looks like that could become a multi-vortex tornado. It really does. Has that look to it. Let's see if there's any debris or anything of this. Let me see here. There actually might be an area. Hold on. Nope, not yet. Not quite yet. Let's see. So I'm going to circle the circulation here. So this is how I'm going to find see if there's any debris signature. You know what? There actually might be a debris signature on this here. That is not a good sign at all. Gosh, wait. Look at. I'm not gonna say it, but it looks like a face on this. Like it's on the super high risk uh, Pacific differential phase 1. If y'all look at that on the Henderson cell, it actually looks like a face. That kind of scared me a little bit there. That's like a little jump scare there. There might be. I'm going to go back to velocity here. No, because it just seems out of place. That might be a debris signature by Henderson. For certain. No rotation signatures by any cells nearby Fort Worth. No, the storms in Oklahoma City, it's starting to become a little bit more widespread, the storms so far. But when that cold front gets there, it's going to be something pretty interesting. So probably when that tornado warning goes away, I may end the live stream, even though there's more than likely going to be storms later tonight. I just do not have the time to do it. It's getting close for me to leave. It expires in 24 more minutes. But it depends on the rotation, though. If the rotation is completely gone, they can cancel it. Or they could just let it run out. That was my earbuds that fell on the floor. Can't wait for. See here. I need to get. I need to let. Let's see here. I'm going to get back onto reload radar scope because I think I'm looking at an image that's 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I'm still looking at that. That is not what you want. There's a new severe thunderstorm warning in Texas, though. That is going to include Hood, Johnson, and Parker counties, where there's a radar indication of large hail. We actually do have some hail reports. Dime-sized hail is the largest report so far. The hail size looks to be pretty large by the radar indication. No rotation signature with that storm, but that'll be the storm that'll be heading right towards, that'll be straight on into Fort Worth. But there is other cells that will developing right in front of that may disturb it. severe thunderstorm warning has expired on the Henderson cell. The hail size is not that large like it was earlier. Alright, we have a new image of this, so let's see if there's any sign of any damage. Well, I'm gonna look and see if there's any debris signatures here. Wherever I look for all these here. It might be. Hold on a minute. I have 3 circled. One of those actually looks a little bit positive so far. It's not good. That is looking to be positive for debris. Yeah. Alright, it's looking to be positive for rotation. They did shrink in the tornado warning. So we actually may have a tornado on the ground south of Beckville. And it seems like there's now 2 areas of rotation. Both of them are broad. You have a new severe thunderstorm warning in Texas there. That's gonna... It's gonna be that impressive cell that's just shooting pretty far up northeast there. It's moving fast too. That's going to include Cookie and Denton counties. Still to keep an eye on that tornado warning cell in by Beckville. See if anyone on Twitter has said anything about this. Tornado warning continues, so no report yet. See what they say. The greatest tornado threat. See, that's what I'm talking about there. That's the area that's concerning. Because where that cold front hits that area there, you'll have big time thunderstorms there. And that's also where some of where those dews we reach, probably the highest. Have y'all said anything? I think pretty much everyone's left at this point. Give y'all a new radar look onto Oklahoma City. And that cold front's starting to get a little bit closer. Oh yeah, that's gonna be it's closer than it was, right? So this is the look. Your cold front's right here, but you got these cells right there that may become big storms, especially for those are kind of stationary at this point. These cells here, it's going to be kind of questionable what they're going to do. There is some pea-sized hail signatures on those. Live stream for about an hour and 30 minutes. Pretty good. So here's the look right now. So there's a tornado warning for this cell here. It's severe thunderstorm warning for this cell, and this cell. So there's currently 3 severe thunderstorm warnings and 1 tornado warning. You know what, to make it better, the ones in red I'm gonna circle is the tornado warned cell. Just that one. And the ones that are severe warned is gonna be in yellow. How about that? There we go. I think y'all guys will probably like that better. It's a better look. So many hail reports. Good lord. Let's see. Half inch, 1.5, quarter. Pretty large hail reports coming in by Fort Worth. There's a lot of people there. .5 inch size hail reports coming in on the storm southwest of Fort Worth. That'll be heading right towards Fort Worth, so they're going to have to keep an eye on that storm there. Radar indicated rotation with those storms. So guys, I think I'm going to end it here since I got no viewers, and the tornado warning by the Henderson cell, let's see, is weakening at this point, but I think I'm going to end it here, guys. So hopefully guys you enjoyed this severe weather live stream. If you all did like this live stream, hit that like button. If you really do like my channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you never miss an upload. If you all guys got any questions about this, you put it in the comment section down below. I heard you guys questions. Oh, hold on a minute. Just before, hold on, tornado observed on the Henderson cell. Hold on a minute. I'm glad I just looked into the chat. On the Henderson cell, is it observed? Because I think there was a, let's see here, a debris signature on a radar scope. I do believe. So there is potentially some tornado damage there. Okay. So the good news is with that cell that the rotation there is weakening. And there's a new severe thunderstorm warning as well. There's a new the first severe thunderstorm warning in Oklahoma. That's going to include Lincoln, Logan, and Payne counties. Excuse me. We're starting to get a hook again with that cell, but I think I'm just going to leave the stream here. It's just because I'm just getting so tired. So, yeah, again, hopefully you guys join this live stream. I don't know what else to say, but be safe later tonight. Going to be in the risk area like Fort Worth, Dallas are getting pretty active. Oklahoma City starting to get active. parts of Arkansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas, and Louisiana, and maybe even Missouri. Got to keep an eye on the storms. So yeah, again, hopefully you enjoyed this live stream. I'll see you guys in the next one, maybe tomorrow.